Hey, this is a Big Trouble in Little podcast. We take the stairs. I'm Andy.
I'm Chad.
I'm Joe Jobs.
I'm Zach.
This is the month of anime. We're watching anime movies and we are ranking them as we do every month. This week we watched Ghost in the Shell. Zach, you chose Ghost in the Shell, is that right?
That's right.
What was your reasoning? Why are we watching the 1995 Mamoru Oshii adaptation of whoever wrote the manga's Ghost in the Shell? I can't remember the guy's name.
Because I never saw it, and it seems like a pretty iconic anime piece of media. So
That's putting it mildly, I think.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was mostly motivated by those two things.
I can't remember who else hadn't watched this.
Dubs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't remember a good bit of this because most of what I remember from Ghost in the Shell is from the short series standalone complex. But
It's kind of a different imagining of the source material.
yeah, but it's just been a long time since I've watched either. But yeah, wish I'd remembered. I should have known better, but I didn't think I did. I gotta just really stop watching shit at work. This was also not something.
There's
to
a
watch
fair amount of nudity and extreme violence in this movie.
It sure is. Yep, and I didn't hold me back. I literally just kept my phone cupped. Don't look into movies. They're not real. They're cyborgs anyway.
It was like the first minute. It was like titties right in your face. I was like, oh, that's where we're going. Okay.
They're getting you in a mood.
Yeah, and also you see like imagery of like fucking Solid Snake with that vest shit, which was funny too. I was like, hey, I seen that vest before.
Which version did everyone watch? I watched the plain old 1995 inferior dub with an asterisk.
I did too.
Okay.
Oh, I watched whatever was on Amazon.
You watched that as well.
Yeah.
So we all watched the same version. I just some clarification for the viewers. First of all, the sub for this movie is in fact very good as well. I actually own it on DVD. And I thought about watching it, but I was just real lazy, and it was on Amazon, so I just watched that because it's been longer since I've seen the dub than the sub. But in 2008, they re-released this movie with a new dub, and they used some of the voice actors from Standalone Complex, because you'll see there's already some crossover from the movie to that show, but not all of them. They recast the major, they recast a few other characters, and it's supposed to be better. I still have not seen it though. I've only seen this version and the subtitled version, and they redid some of the visuals and made them better. But in my opinion, 1995's Cyberpunk visuals are going to look better than the 2008. I saw some in a trailer and I wasn't a fan of it, but maybe I'm just way off base on that.
I have to watch it sometime, I guess.
But yeah, when this movie came out in 1995, though, the visuals were mind-blowing. Holy shit. Honestly, they look good today, frankly.
Yeah, didn't this movie was the first anime movie that came out in Japan, United Kingdom, and America at the same time?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I would believe that.
That sounds like a Zach fact. You got that one loaded in the chamber?
Well, it is. They came out really close together in Japan and the UK. The States didn't get it until March of '96, so there was a little gap there.
Fucking Amazon lied to me with my fucking fact then, because I was like, I did the whole mouse hover over the browser thing, and I was like, oh, that's a fun fact. First anime movie.
That's still pretty notable.
Yeah.
For 1995.
Yeah.
I think this was probably one of the biggest crossover animes that really started getting attention from Western audiences. It was able to kind of penetrate the barrier a little bit more than other things had. Because I remember that. I remember people talking about Ghost in the Shell in the 90s, before it was even the show had come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it did something.
It also took it. It kind of looked like the anime took influence from Terminator at times as well, because the parking lot scene, it just kind of had the feeling of Reese and Sarah Connor in the car, just hiding.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like looking. There's just so much influence in a lot of media from the past and current as well.
Well, straight up, the story borrows, it gets influenced by a ton of William Gibson stuff. The guy who wrote Neuromancer and a bunch of the original Cyberpunk novels. Like, it is just all over Ghost in the Shell in a good way.
There's also a thing about Blade Runner. Too.
Yeah, Blade Runner is what I think about when I watch this. But like, we were talking about this earlier in the chat, but it's a great thing to bring up here. Just the quote unquote, I'll move my glasses and nudge them and say, "Oh, this is peak animation, period." But seriously, like when I think if someone says anime, this is the style I think of. There's just something about how textured and gritty it is. I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's super high level animation, lots of frames. Like the gunfight they had chasing that guy who got brainwashed by the puppet master, and like that when the major sees him up on that building from down below, they have a little shootout there, and like all those boars just fly out, like the fluidity of like all that wood splintering and everywhere. It's like, oh yeah. Tell us this high budget anime right here.
I think it's animated in 60 frames per second, where a lot of other things are animated in 30, maybe. I could be wrong about that, but I think some of the bigger scenes they have more frames interspiced or whatever.
I have to look into that.
That pays off too. It looks really good.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I can totally believe that, and it pays off. Like insane work goes into this type of animation, and it's honestly I don't think. Outside of a really special project, it would be hard for anyone to even try to do this and keep up with the demand that they may see of how overwhelming it would be because of just how hard the style is versus just using computers. And it's not to say things now look bad. It's just I don't know. It's different, right?
It is. I mean, there was a period where when they were transitioning to that shit, my opinion is growing pains. Where a lot of newer anime didn't look that good when they were trying to
the 2000s.
Gundam Seed's a prime example. It's all the. Were you gonna say, Dubs?
Well, isn't kind of Reboot in a way, the transition of CGI and all that stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, that is someone working within the limitations of a medium. They know it looks hokey, so it's just this is what the inside of a computer looks like. But something like Ghost in the Shell is trying to portray the way the real world is supposed to look.
In the future.
I think that's the difference.
Of 2029.
And then in the 2000s, they tried to use the technology that rendered Reboot to render Ghost in the Shell. And that's where it started being a little screwy. I mean, nowadays it could anyway, but it is different. Chaz is right, it's the same thing but different. And there's a lot of CG stuff now that looks really great. But if I saw a movie the scene where the Major's trying to pry open the hatch on that tank at the end, and you can see all of her muscles and they're tearing, and then her arm rips apart and stuff. If someone animated that in a computer, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool. But because they animated that by hand in the 90s, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. I remember seeing that scene and I was like, that's epic.
Yeah,
that's so cool. But yeah.
It's kind of like the whole practical effects as well. When you see something like that, you're like, practical effects, it makes it look grounded in some way. But when you see something in CGI, you're just like, I see that it's fake, but it depends on, if they do it really well or not. You have bad
There's
CGI.
They add a lot of stuff in that makes everything, the extraordinary near futureness of Ghost in the Shell is supplemented so well by a believably dirty city. They go through that, but it's basically Kowloon walled city where they're chasing that one guy. It reminds me of that, even though it's in Japan. And all the advertisements in the background look real, and everyone's using products that look legit. And I think some of the products are just real life products. All the cars look like real cars. Everything seems real. Even one of my favorite things about this movie is just because I'm just I'm a wackadoo gun nut kind of guy, but they take guns apart and you see the inside of guns and they look legit. when she sees there's a tank, she takes the gun apart and adjusts the spring on the bolt of her rifle. Like this, just little things like that. It's like, wow, everything feels really genuine and real. Like if they were lazy, she would have like a super future gun and she'd have like a little dial on the side. She'd like turn it up to red or something stupid like that. But no, they actually do something that makes it feel genuine. Like it feels like, oh, that exists, even if it doesn't.
And also in those little moments, like it's not even just about like the mechanics of what she's doing that make it feel more grounded, but it also adds tension because it's also in the moment of something, like at least in that specific scenario, like it's something dangerous, right? Like you're sitting there like, oh shit, is she gonna get shot? Like, what's gonna happen like while you're there? So as opposed to like you said, it can be so easy as like, oh, I'm just gonna take cover and I'm just gonna hit this button and oh, now I'm ready. Now I can take tanks down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about this anime is like there's a lot of detail. Even like when they, because a lot of people be like, they could have cut down time in this anime based off of the showing the environment and showing the civilization that's happening during this story of like, seeing the city, what crime that is happening, just the city breathing and living. Like they show like a couple of minutes of that with nothing happening besides music and the environment. And I really like that because it makes it feel like the town is alive. So that's what I like about the anime, the detail.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of there's just subgenre anime where it's like super detail oriented stuff about like little minute things that don't really matter that much in the broad scope of the story, like the stuff with the gun Andy's talking about, or like some other little things like you talking about the town or anything, or like another example is like there's just some old guy who's dressed really shitty who comes out to talk to them. like somebody that you would see in real life, basically.
Oh, the guy who's taking out his trash.
Yeah, the guy's taking out. Hey, could you take this for me?
Yeah.
Drive away from him. But it reminds me of like the Macross anime movie that like where like it's one of my favorite reels I've ever found, where it shows all the clickiness of like the guy messing around in the cockpit with all the controls. You can hear like all him pushing the pedals up and down, like the noise and all that shit.
I think that's that's from that Macross OVA about it. Like the whole story is just they have two different fighter jets that are like competing to be the next gen fighter jet. So the whole thing is just made for people who are obsessed with like the minutia of mechanics.
I love that shit so much. But yeah, there's a little bit of that in this too. Before I watched this, my only experience with Ghost in the Shell was actually the standalone complex, and it was like the first season of it, whatever. So I never read the manga. I never watched the other movie or anything. I guess a sequel came out later.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence. We don't have to discuss it at length. I have very mixed feelings about it, and apparently so do the distributors. I was curious, and I thought I wouldn't mind rewatching it because I didn't like it when I watched it. It is not streamable anywhere. Anywhere.
Oh.
You can't even buy it. Usually Letterboxd is pretty good about here's where you can stream stuff. So I went to Letterboxd and it said available on disc from Amazon. That's it.
Wow.
Damn.
And I was like,
proud of that one.
whoa.
Must cost a lot.
Yeah, that's
of
like
money.
George Lucas with fucking Star Wars Christmas special there.
Two's a very strange beast. Like the way one wraps up, you can kind of see where they're going with it, and then I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. It's a weird movie, and it doesn't have as many like satisfying, punchy moments like one does.
Yeah. I made the mistake, although I don't know if it's a mistake, but after I watched it, I was like, I wonder what the timeline is for this, because there were things that were familiar, but very unfamiliar about what I watched. And I didn't know how much I'm mixing up of standalone complex, and like wanting to see. So I tried to look up the timeline, and got myself a little confused there. So
yeah, there's a lot of animes that do this dumb bullshit where just the movies are not part of a timeline.
Well, yeah, it's like there's like multiple parallels of it's the same retelling, but they are different, but also not the same.
Try getting into Pat Labor. Oh my God, it's even worse than Ghost in the Shell. It's got like 4 different continuities, but like there's an OVA and then there's a movie universe, but some of the movies are retellings of episodes of the OVA, and some scenes are complementary and supplementary to the OVA, but they are in the movie universe. But then there's a whole new show that has nothing to do with either of those. And then they did other movies later, and it just makes no sense. Pat Labor's bonkers.
Oh, my God.
It's another Mamoru Oshii thing is why I bring it up. It's the same director as this.
Gotcha.
Did he work on Jinro?
I do not know. I don't think. Did he?
That's another anime movie I want to watch.
Oh, it's so good. You'd like it.
Yeah. I saw a few screenshots of it. I was like, oh, I want to fucking watch this.
Jinro and Ghost in the Shell do have some stuff in common. They have a lot of heavy-handed symbolism.
Okay.
We've talked about how great this movie looks pretty much ad nauseum at this point, but we haven't talked about the story. We haven't talked about the themes. We haven't talked about the messaging, anything. What's this movie about?
Yeah, I was waiting for us to try to get into the actual story because we're talking about all the things that make it up. We're talking about the shell, but let's talk about the ghost in this movie.
I hate you.
Sorry.
What is this movie about?
Identity.
Yeah.
Pretty broadly.
What is the nature of the self? It's about existentialism.
Yeah. What does it mean to be alive?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be? Not even alive.
That's true. Not even be alive, just to be. What is it
to be or not to be? That was the question.
I mean, she says it herself, like, the fascination of the creator and all that stuff of trying to find who created her, like a conscience.
There is one thing I hate about this movie, and that is she gets on the elevator and they're having that conversation about, she's like, well, I could be dead. And I could just, at this point, you can just take your memories and put them in any kind of shell. So what does that say about the soul, the essence of being? Like, what does it mean to be a person alive, a soul, a brain, a mind, whatever? And then the very next scene is they're talking to the puppet master, and you realize that is what has happened. I was like, oh, come on. That's, like, give us a little bit of a lead in. Like, have that conversation at the beginning of the movie, and then don't get to the next part until Act 2 or something. But it's literally the scene before.
A little bit of rushed foreplay, but yeah.
And he's just like, oh, I used to be a program, and now I guess I'm a person. Like, he doesn't straight up say that, but that's what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in like weird, broader terms, he's like, yeah, let's have weird existential cyborg sex. Let's merge, become something else.
And she's like, why me? And he never really gives a very satisfying fucking
because we're the same. We're reflections of the soul or something. It's like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know what that means.
Isn't he from the net? Isn't that what
yeah,
it's
he's
called?
Literally from the internet.
Yeah.
That's another like William Gibsonism kind of thing. It's that amorphous, promise of what the internet would become back before everyone fully understood the internet. It's like you net dive into this otherworldly space, and it's kind of a leftover concept of that, I think. The primordial ooze that is the internet. You hear that in a lot of fiction.
Yeah, because I was cool. At the ending, I was like, is this like bringing in the digital age in some way? Because like, this is where the net is. Hey, internet. Like, this is the newborn of what's happening in our society.
You want to hear something cool? That's kind of what the plot of Ace Combat 3 is too, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there.
the internet?
Sort of. It's kind of the same.
Well, Oshii was saying in some interviews or something about this, like part of his inspiration for the story was how he saw Japanese society and work culture changing when technology became more prevalent, like when computers got more integrated into like workspace and everything.
Yeah.
And people getting like the internet and stuff in Japan, and how he was noticing, it's changing how people like act in real life. And I guess that's part of his inspiration for like the story of people being cyborgs in this world, so, to varying degrees apparently.
Yeah.
I guess Togasai is like the only guy who's like.
There's
normal.
a scale. It's Togusa to Kusanagi.
Yeah.
And you can even argue that's like a metaphor for like where we are now because we're so integrated and like attached to our own technology, right? Like nobody can exist without a cell phone and having some way to just be on the grid and accessible to everything at all times. Even if that doesn't enhance you as a person, it's just a part of who we are now.
Yeah, and it's even like if you try to buck the trend, you say, I'm not going to be part of technology. It's not a personal choice anymore. It's a societal choice. Like if you want to be part of society, you pretty much have to integrate with technology. Like try to look for a job and not apply online. I dare you.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I mean,
you have to have a phone. You have to have this stuff.
I mean, here's a good example. Like something I'll talk about later is we just moved and we have an HOA and the neighborhood has an HOA Facebook page. And in order to get updates on certain events, you have to have a Facebook, which is like silly anyway, that Facebook of all things was holding me back. But like, I don't have a Facebook in the sense of like, it's me. I have like a troll account I literally keep up so I can just message friends. But I'm not using that, so my wife had to sign up for Facebook again.
I was gonna say, let her do it.
Oh, she was so upset. She was so upset she had to go back through everything and do that. But we have to have it so that we can be updated on when certain things are happening in our neighborhood. But
just don't participate in the neighborhood.
Just don't be a part of it. Just pay them to ignore us.
Yeah, pretty much. Just do that.
Just put up a bunch of ugly Halloween decorations and a sign that says "Go away."
Yeah.
What animal can I not have in my front yard? Yep, 100 of those.
All of those.
If you got a problem, come around back. We'll solve it.
Just put up a sign that says honeybee habitat and stop mowing the lawn. They love that. Anyway.
I have a fuck the HOA magnet on my truck, and I always get people honking at me being like,
yeah.
There's like political shit in this too, though. You know,
for
there's
sure.
Political intrigue in Ghost in the Shell.
There is.
They had this shit where it was like, was it like a guy from like a different country? There was like a diplomat or whatever. Like the opening scene.
I really, really like the ambiguity of what the political situation in Japan is in Ghost in the Shell, and they expand upon it on Standalone Complex and Individual 11. Sure, but I like this better. They're just like, there are a bunch of refugees. There is a problem. That's all we really know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like know whose fault is what, which is great.
Yeah, it's clear there has been an influx of refugees into Japan. What happened in Asia, we don't know. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, I like this. I like the opening scene where she blows that dude's fucking head apart, and then jumps out of the window, and she does the John Cena shit and disappears.
That's the perfect opening scene too, because, and I wasn't kidding when I say the first thing this movie does is put nudity in your face. And in the 90s, at least the age I was, and I'm sure all of you were, you're like, oh, titillating. This is interesting. What the hell's going on? And then the very next thing that happens is outrageous violence. Like that guy's head explodes. And it's that knee jerk of emotions that locks you in for the rest of the movie. That's on purpose.
You guys ever heard of a fear-erection? Fear boner? That's what this is. It's just badassery. But if you had to define fear boner, it's like, I don't know to be turned on or afraid. It's very mixed feelings in my tummy. seeing a naked lady go badass and do things. But also there's the whole intrigue within, like what you said, with the government. Like, we don't know what they've done to create the situation, but then later in the movie you realize that the entire problem that exists has somehow been created by them, and we don't know what steps why.
Is this movie pro or anti-government?
Yes.
I don't think it really takes a stance, but it definitely gives you the implications of, well, this is what happens when you give any given entity too much control or opportunity for power, because that's what led to the existence of the puppet master. But I don't know if that's really a bad thing. It's more consequence of whatever actions were taken.
And then there was like, you saw there was different sections of the government where like trying to control what the other one would do. And that like involved the ending too, where it's like those guys just showed up and just tried to blow up Kusanagi and like the
snipers
shell
in the helicopter.
Like it's like who the fuck do they belong to? Like
this is an oversimplification, but what I like the way I do it in my brain, Section 6 is the FBI. They operate domestically in Japan. Their job is domestic security. That guy's going to leave the country. We're going to do something about it. There's people coming into the country that are a problem. We're going to do something about that. There's stuff happening here. Section 9 is like the CIA. They're external threats. They're dealing with espionage of other nations. They're dealing with, external threats, and they're creating AI to like go out on the net and do all this stuff to get influence in other areas. At least I don't think it's that cut and dry, but that's kind of what I was thinking is FBI, CIA kind of extra governmental organizations that are like, Section 9 kind of starts doing its own kind of thing, kind of like a paramilitary, like the SS almost, like they end up being their own organization in a way.
Yeah. And in classic fashion, they don't communicate well with one another.
No, exactly right. Yeah, just like the FBI and the CIA.
Yeah.
What are you people doing here? This is our turf. No.
No, we have jurisdiction.
It's our jurisdiction.
Not anymore, you're not.
It's almost like they're gangs.
Sure.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Government-sponsored gangs. What do you guys think about the ending?
Yes.
The
first time I saw this movie, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really get it. And now, like, with the benefit of time and having seen, a bunch of other stuff that's influenced the way I think about stuff, the ending of this movie is fucking brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, I like that it's vague enough to just leave it where it is. It does make me interested in wanting to watch the other media within that series to kind of see what they continue on. But then you had said what I guess Innocence is very mixed. So
I guess I haven't seen it in a while, and I was like, maybe I don't remember it that well because I didn't like it. But again, the first time I saw this one, I was like, well, it's a gorgeous movie, and I really enjoyed my time with it, but I don't know about the ending. And this time when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, the ending like perfectly wraps up everything the movie's about. Like I'm supposed to be thinking about what makes the self and what makes a soul and how can you exist in this way in a world where your brain can be put into the internet, basically into a data chip and then moved into a whole nother shell. If your ghost can go into another shell, then what is you? It's an untangible thing. But then the soul has never been a tangible thing in all of, Western thinking. So I don't know. Eastern thinking too, I guess. I have no idea.
Yeah, I actually really like how they deconstruct that too, because they immediately lead with the whole idea that people can be controlled, and you don't know with every person that you're interacting with how much augmentation they've had. Like you deal with the garbage man who has all these memories implanted, and at first it's really trippy to think that he's had this entire backstory created for him, so he'll follow along and do someone else's bidding and not realize it. But it's playing into hacking someone's ghost. Like you're literally hacking someone's self. You're hacking their soul. Like, so at first it's a weird concept, but then the reason they're setting all that up is to have you, like you said, have you think about what that really means. And by the end of it, it's like, oh wait, are we really any different than just machines?
We are machines.
We are.
The coolest thing they do to drive home, like the final moment that really makes everything click in your mind, I think, is when they connect all the brains to the puppet master, and she jumps in to like see what he's going on, and he immediately jumps into her brain, and they have the conversation from the other's body.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing, because that's when you start thinking, oh, she's over there and he's over there. Or wait, or is he? Oh, wait, what is he? Where is... What the hell's going on? And like that's perfect. And that scene, I wanted to bring this up. That scene pays homage to another famous movie that kind of deals with the nature of oneself. Persona by Ingmar Bergman is a famous movie that has that shot where someone's looking straight on at the camera and someone's sideways, and it's like their nose kind of like lines up, so you have like half of a face and a full face. They do that in Ghost in the Shell, and I'm sure it's intentional. Like it just takes that shot straight from Persona, and a bunch of other movies have done it too, and it's always meant to be kind of a visual indication that there's a muddling of selves, because there's I guess kind of a minor spoiler alert. It's got a Mulholland Drive kind of twist in it where someone becomes someone else in Persona. Probably like Mulholland Drive is paying homage to Persona as well in its own way, but that's that shot is meant to invoke that, and it's just really cool. I like it.
Yeah, I really like the ending as well. She got put into like he only found like a kid body, right?
Yeah, that's all he could find on such short notice.
Yeah. Sometimes you work with the shells you got. Some shells are smaller than others.
I don't know if it was the art, like if it was done on purpose, or just like, I don't know, they changed it midway, but like her face was different at one frame, and then like another frame it's like her old face.
Yeah, her voice changes in that scene too, so maybe it's intentional.
Yeah, I think it's intentional, and it's to represent that regardless of what the shell is, she's still her ghost. And I think that was kind of like what they were trying to push. Is like, and it's like we mentioned the whole thing about robots, but we are like our muscles are pulleys, our nerves are circuits, blood vessels are just your liquid cooling. Like however you want to look at it, like that we are machines in the same way. We're organic machines.
We're 5 pounds of soggy bacon in a skull that pilots a bone and sinewy mech suit. It's
that's we're carbon-based mech suits.
Yeah, that's all it is.
We're piloting fucking kaijus.
Yeah,
we're
I'm a
kaijus.
kaiju. Yeah, I'm a kaiju.
Yeah.
So, are you implying that the self is very small?
It's not the size of the self. It is just what it is.
What you do with it?
It's what you do with it. Yeah, it is.
If you know how to work the self.
Hold on. I gotta quote my man here. Yeah, Mewtwo, because you guys have all watched the Pokemon movie. It's not the circumstances of one's birth to decide who they are. It's what they do with the gift of life.
Whoa. Deep.
Or something like that. After he nearly committed genocide.
And
got away with it.
That's the kind of guy he is.
I love it. He's like, oh, did I just pull a Hitler? Wait, I'm sorry. I learned my lesson. I shouldn't be this way. Memory wipe. It didn't happen.
If only Hitler could have done that.
Or the warrior. Other than that, like this movie is great. I really like this movie.
Who's your favorite character?
And I could the chick, I don't know her name, but yeah, and I also like her partner as well.
Bato.
By the way,
yeah, Bato's my favorite.
Yeah,
but Kusunagi's like hard to not like.
I kind of disagree. That's one of the things about the movie that I think makes the movie work really well, but they kind of cleaned up a little bit in the series, is they flesh out Kusanagi a little bit more, I think. Like in the movie, they try to make her seem she's so standoffish and unrelatable, and I realize that's part of the point. That's kind of the plot. Like she and Bato go out on the boat and they have that conversation. That's kind of diving. It's opening up the rest of the movie, basically, like theme wise. Sure. And he's like, oh, I didn't expect to see like someone who's like a full-on cyborg who's into going diving. And she explains, oh, I like to float. And because at this point, that visual motif has already turned up like 3 or 4 times. A body floating in nothing, and then it rises to the surface and becomes something else or something like that. And that's interesting. And I'm not saying she's an unlikable character. She seems cold and distant and artificial and unrelatable in a way, I think. And
that's why the English dub voice actress they picked for her was perfect.
Yeah, well, kind of. Honestly, it doesn't ruin the movie, her voice actress, but that one scene when they have a conversation on the boat, that's the low point for me in her performance, I think. But anyway, that's kind of why
I do
like personally I gravitate to Bato and Togusa as favorite characters.
Yeah, I like Togusa too.
Yeah, Togus is cool.
I could have used more of him if I'm being honest. Like I'm glad he's in the series more, and they keep the same kind of, he's non-augmented and he wants to use his Mate revolver.
The crazy 20,000 revolver. How much was it? You guys say it was expensive?
At least 12K, if not more.
12K. That's what it was.
They weren't made very long. They started making them in like the mid 90s, and it turned up in this anime. And the company that made them like went under like right away, I think. So there's not a lot of them, and they all fire like ludicrously huge rounds, like just impractically large rounds.
It looks badass.
No, it's a cool looking gun for sure.
Yeah.
You can get it's adjacent to it, I think. The Chiappa Rhino. It's a very similar kind of gun. It's a very Blade Runner looking gun. It looks like something you carry to shoot replicas.
I'm into that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Oh, probably it got influence from this anime, but Blade Runner 2040, whatever year, the one,
You're close.
49, like it has like similarities of this anime of especially in Ryan Gosling's character. I don't want to spoil it, but
you know what else stole a lot from this movie? The Matrix.
Yeah, with the Morpheus sunglasses, the motherfuckers.
Oh, just everything. Just the Wachowskis watched this movie. There's no doubt in my mind. Of course they did.
Well, didn't they get blamed for like almost copycatting a lot of the shit in their movie? Like they were like, "Hey, that's in Ghost in the Shell."
I've heard people say that. That's idiotic. They homage a lot of stuff. They watched Ghost in the Shell. They watched Akira. They watched all that other stuff.
They also read the Bible.
They read the Bible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they made a shitty Matrix sequel on purpose.
I'm not going to talk about that again.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to get into any of it. Hot take: the first Matrix is the only actual really good movie.
Yeah, it's the best one by a lot.
It is the peak, and then everything else it's like a stair step down until it's like, okay, why did we keep going? Money, but it's its own problem.
Speaking of the Matrix, there was one character that sounded like the architect from the Matrix 2, and I was like, is it the same guy? And it wasn't. And he had the same fucking voice. I was freaked out when I was watching it. I was like, what the hell?
Well,
good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Woo!
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah,
now here's a good question. I want to finish. We're done, right? I wanted to ask one final question to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we all clearly enjoyed the movie, and you would recommend it. But who can you recommend it to? Because it's not like you can be like, "Oh, you're 10 and you like Pokemon. You should watch Ghost in the Shell."
Oh, I showed my daughter this movie.
No, you didn't. Who do you recommend this movie to? Who's this movie for? Who's the target audience? Who would be perfect?
Teenagers.
Edgy teenagers, yeah.
Yeah.
People that like science fiction, hard sci-fi shit.
Possibly.
Especially people that lean into that cyberpunky, pulpy shit.
William Gibson fans.
Yeah, William Gibson Neuromancer fans.
There's one more, and I stand by this, and I will stand by this for the rest of my life. Fans of like heady and foreign films. This is the perfect anime to recommend to someone who only watches like Ingmar Bergman and Akira Kurosawa. You'd be like, oh, you should watch Ghost in the Shell. Is that one of those Japanese cartoons? You should just watch it. It pays homage to Persona. You'll love it. All right, I guess I'll watch it. I've had a couple people watch this movie who just do not care about anime, and they loved it.
Yeah, I can see that. That checks out.
Yeah, or someone in their early 20s, maybe, is like trying to find their identity in life.
Late teens, late stage, edgy teens, late stage is what I meant to say. Sorry.
Like,
as a teenager when you're 14.
I think I would just ask someone, how many gummies have you eaten today? Have you had
None
at least 2?
yet.
Perfect. Watch this movie. Wait, Dubs, how many gummies did you eat before or during this film?
I didn't eat any of them.
Hell yeah,
but,
good for you.
Yeah, but I'm on one right now.
I can tell when you were talking about it. You're like,
Yeah.
this movie made me feel ways about stuff. Well, we all recommend it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, check it out.
Watch it.
What's the next movie? Because
You don't know how to pronounce it? Guess what? Neither do I. Everything that you guys chose this month is a movie that not only have I seen, but I have seen more than once. So I was like, man, I really want to watch something this month, at least for the first time, because I really wanted to choose Redline. That movie fucking rips. I really wanted to choose a Studio Ghibli movie. It feels like a glaring omission this month. But I decided to watch Royal Space Force, Wings of Hamanmai. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Honenmais.
Yeah, something like that.
Mayonnaise.
Horseradish.
I blind bought it on DVD back when Right Stuff was still a thing, because I was buying like some Gundam stuff and I needed like one more thing to get free shipping. And this movie has a reputation for being like the stuff Zach was talking about a little bit ago, the minutia of like little mechanics and stuff. That's what this movie's famous for. So buckle in, buddy, because I think you're going to like this movie just like I think I'm going to. I hope. Again, I've never seen it, and I assume none of you have.
I haven't.
I never seen it.
But
no.
it does have a reputation as being very well animated. Plot wise, no clue. Might suck out loud. I have no idea, but we're gonna find out. So make sure you go watch it, and then come back here next week when we will discuss it, just as we have just done with Ghost in the Shell. But now it's time for Silent Stinger, and then we're gonna talk about what we've been doing and watching and stuff.
Okay, so this shit has been lagging for me, so hopefully this works out well. Here we go.
It's going. There he is. He's got a chair. Oh, he's down.
No, RVD's down.
Sting.
Oh, it's Sting! Shit!
It was Sting.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be real Sting. Whoa.
Sting with Sting.
That's the nature of the self right there. When Sting took off his, it's like, oh, he is the ghost in the shell, brother.
Like, yeah, on the inside, he's going, what am I?
Yeah, but when
take the stinger out of the surfer and put him in the crow, but he's still the stinger.
Oh my god, Sting is a ghost. And his personas were just shells. Oh no.
All right, this is where we talk about what we've been doing, watching, playing, etc. I'm gonna go first because mine's really easy. I finished Trailer Park Boys and I was really sad.
No, no way.
I got to the point where he's dead, but I got to the point where you can watch the animated series, or you can start watching the out of the park stuff, which is where they go to Europe or the United States, and then there's some other like live in Austin like stage show stuff. And I've tried to watch the animated series before, and man, it just is not good. It is just not near as good. Though I did skip both of the movies, so I might go back and watch the original movie and Countdown to Liquor Day.
Do that. Yeah, both.
It's
just
they got at least two great ones.
Oh yeah, the original movie is
the original movie is genuinely extremely good, and then Countdown to Liquor Day. If you enjoy the series, you'll like it.
Yeah,
but it's like my wind down show. Like I always put it on like when I'm getting in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and you can't like watch a whole 2-hour movie like that. So this weekend I might put them on. Anyway, and then besides that, I haven't had a lot of time to watch anything because when we recorded last week, it was Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So last week when we recorded, I had just got home from playing Gundam Locals at my normal card store. And then 2 days later, I went to Gundam Locals at a different card store. And the day after that, on Friday, I went to a third card store to play the Gundam Starter Deck release event. And then the Sunday after that, I went to a fourth card store to play in their Locals event. And then the Tuesday after that, I went back to the first store again and played in their Locals again. And then today, which is Thursday, I went back to the second store again and played in their Starter Deck release event. This is a very Gundam heavy time because not only did those things just happen, tomorrow is the release of the new set. So now I got to go to the release event for the new set at least one, maybe two other places, and still go to my normal local stuff and Now we have the new type challenge coming up in a week at 2 different stores. So basically, I'm just playing Gundam like 4 times a week for the next couple weeks.
You might have a problem.
You're on.
I
tour.
don't have a problem. Well, I do have a problem. I keep losing.
Oh no!
I'm trying different decks. Honestly, the new it was the time to try different decks, like to horse around a little bit, because the new set, like I said, comes out tomorrow, and I pre-ordered 2 booster boxes of it. By the way, if you haven't, go subscribe to Big Trouble Rips. I'm going to be live streaming the opening of one of those boxes tomorrow night. I'm just going to open the whole thing on the stream. So come hang out. We'll talk about Gundam and which one is our favorite show and which deck you like and which whatever. Just, we'll just hang out and I'll open cards. And then of course keep subscribed, because I'm going to keep opening the other box and Pokemon and stuff too, of course. And honestly, that's kind of it. Like, it's been Gundam heavy. I'm actually holding the deck I got tonight. It was Iron Bloom, if you'd like to know. This is the 5th time I've owned this deck. How do you like that?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, we had to. There's 6 initial starter decks that they reprinted, and the shop I went to tonight, you had to roll a 6-sided die to determine which deck you got, and Fate wanted me to have the Tekkadan Gallarhorn deck again, so here we are. So if anyone needs some Barbatos 4th forms, let me know, because I got like 6 of these things.
Send it to Dubs.
Maybe. I gave away 2 of my other Iron Blooms. I might as well give him one.
So you gave me one, didn't you?
Yep, that's right. You got one, and another friend got one, and then 2 I kept, because you got to kind of have 2 of every starter to have play sets of everything, which is a pain in the neck. But whatever. I'm going to digress heavily on that and hand it off to Zach. You played Gundam too. Why don't you go next?
Okay. I watched WrestleMania 42, or WrestleMania Vegas as it was called.
Gross.
It was gross for the
You
most
mean
part.
WrestleMania 40 boo?
Commercial Mania.
Oh, Commercial Mania. Yes,
You watched both nights?
I did. Dubs, did you watch any of it? So
You didn't watch
I was
WrestleMania? What the hell's going on?
I didn't either, actually.
Number one, I didn't have ESPN, and I wasn't spending $30, which is funny because I'm going to be getting Hulu for X-Files.
I thought it was on Netflix now.
No, they got that shit all split up across different platforms. It's different things. It's like
Yeah.
you can watch. You get access to Raw. No, it's worse. It's way worse than that. You get access to Raw and the Raw Vault and old pay-per-views on Netflix.
Well, where? So WrestleMania was on ESPN?
Hang on.
Since when is wrestling on ESPN?
You just gotta let
Since
him
now.
explain the process. Just let him
No,
explain
I don't
it.
care. I don't care where I can watch wrestling. That's fine.
No, I have to spell it out because of how
He
stupid
has
it is.
to. He has to do it. Just say it.
NXT
so you have to have
is on-
Netflix. You have
It's
to
on
have.
it's on the CW app. You don't have to pay for that app. That one's free, so that's okay.
That's
Whatever.
nice.
But then you have to have the ESPN shit because that's how you access the PLEs, the actual shows. And they did this screwy shit though, where you could watch the first hour of night 1 on ESPN2, which is like a YouTube TV channel you can get access to. And
Okay.
after that, it's like, fuck, if you want to watch the rest of it, you got to pay for ESPN. Fuck off.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought that I had access to it because I've got like a bundle.
Mhm.
And then I also thought, I remember hearing that, if you have YouTube TV, you just have the ESPN shit. That was a lie, apparently. That was not true.
Mm.
So I
Fuck
watched
you,
it.
TKO.
Yeah, I watched it on a stream. And I was only watching it on a stream because my brother was talking to me about it. He's like, I found this stream. He just sent it to me. And I was like,
Nice.
I guess I'll just watch it.
Mm.
I
Fuck
watch
them.
a lot of baseball that way.
I'm not going to, honestly, this is been the most annoying pain in the ass shit ever is just trying to watch WWE anymore because they split it up across all these platforms now. And all these hoops. you gotta jump through.
Even for getting some color, right? Because we lost our handler of our original Raw and Nitro, and we had to find a different handler.
I don't want to out you
to
guys
watch
too
it.
hard, but one of the things you watched was on like Vimeo or something, wasn't it?
No. That was
No.
Daily Motion.
Daily something. I knew
Yeah.
it was one of those.
It was one of those, but
Mhm.
now we're on the archive of the net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not gonna have
I know of the institution of which you speak.
The institution, yes. Some awesome scholarly gentleman put some stuff up on the institution.
That's what it's for. That's what it's there for.
It's for knowledge.
It's for knowledge purposes, yeah, because you can't ever since this shit happened where it's like they took all the stuff off Peacock, you can't find anything anymore. It's like they never
That sucks.
It does suck a lot, yeah.
What's crazy? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the closest I ever got to getting really into wrestling is when you loaned me your WWE Network login, and you could like go back through all the old stuff. I loved that. Like I got real into it. And I was like watching all the old like Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair matches, and I was like watching a bunch of like ancient Raws and stuff. I was like, I love this. This is fun.
Yeah, having it all in one place was nice, but they realized they can make more money by splitting it up. And when they got called out in a press conference recently, the guy that's the head of TKO straight up said, well, people spend thousands of dollars a year to watch all their baseball games, and this is better than that, so suck it up.
Who watches? Who pays thousands of dollars to watch baseball?
Idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they just want idiots to be their fans. That's all
they want. Stupid whales, yeah. But like, yeah, he was basically like, that's just the way it is now. And I'm like, no, it's not. Fuck you. You just want to make it that way. I'm not gonna fucking listen to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy. Just don't watch it. Like the easiest way is like if you just don't give them your money, then they can't make money from it. So
companies think if they just keep saying something, it'll become true. Like this whole "you don't own your video games" argument. They just keep saying it, and we keep saying disagree.
Yeah, hard disagree there, buddy. But it wasn't very. All that shit aside, it wasn't that good of a show for real. There weren't that many good standout matches. Like I kind of like the Cody Randy match after they got rid of Pat McAfee. Yeah, god damn. That motherfucker, like, okay, they've been also doing this stuff where they've been pushing like celebrities really hard in WWE lately. Like there used to always be like some celebrity mingling in WrestleMania. That's just tradition. But God, they went over the top with it this time, and it's like to the point where it's like obnoxious. And it's like I used to not care about Jelly Roll, and now I kind of fucking hate him. like that's just before it was apathy, and I was like, I hate this fucking guy.
Yeah, no, it literally went to like, man, that fat guy sure can sing. To hey, that
guy's not fat anymore.
No, exactly. The guy's kind of big. I kind of see him like it makes sense that he could like pick somebody up. He's a big guy, and now he's lost like 280 pounds, and it's like, what's that walking Ozempic commercial doing out there?
Oh boy!
And we're supposed to buy that he can choke slam wrestlers. Like fuck you. Fuck.
Yeah. But it's the suspension of disbelief.
No, my suspension's broke. It won't work anymore.
Yeah.
The best match was CM Punk and Roman Reigns. It was by far the best match. It wasn't even. It was fucking petty theft, honestly. The Brock Lesnar Oba Femi match was cool too, though. Actually, where Brock Lesnar lost.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know how this compares for night 2 for night 1, but I remember seeing people fucking blasting online after night 1 was over because the amount of time given to ads and commercials almost eclipsed the amount of actual wrestling time, which is insane. That is insane.
It's like somebody's been splitting up the times, like how much time is dedicated to different things. Mm-hmm. And I think it was actually like the entrances took the most time. Mm-hmm. Then it was wrestling, I think, and then it was commercials. It was like that. Split into thirds, basically, more or less.
Well, they were having like championship matches take like 6 minutes. And then they had like a 35 or 40 minute break between 2 matches. Or something absurd in night 1. I just remember seeing it. I didn't watch either one, but I just saw an absurd amount of complaining about it and thought, well, that sounds kind of par for the course, I guess.
It felt.
I don't know, the measure.
Oh, God, Dubs.
The measurement should be: is it as long as Stephanie McMahon's Hall of Fame speech.
I'm glad I didn't watch
60
that show.
minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta go to bed at some point tonight. This is enough. That's enough wrestling crap. Zach, what else did you do?
I watched Victory Gundam a bunch. I'm over halfway through the series now.
Word. Oh yeah, you told us that the second intro has kicked in.
I like the intros for that one. They're good.
Cool.
And I remember joking about how they were doing the card reveals and they showed Uso's card, and you're like, damn, they did him dirty. He's like crying. I'm like, honestly, it kind of makes sense given what I know. After watching the show, no, it totally fucking makes sense. That's definitely how he should be portrayed. Crying while piloting a mobile suit. It's rough, man. I don't know. I think he kills more people in Victory Gundam than in Zeta. Tamino does.
Huh, okay.
So
what's the reputation of that show, right?
Its reputation is very dark, and he kills a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's weird because it's like balanced with like these attempts. They're not really attempts because sometimes it works of levity. Like there's you know how Haru's always around, and that's like the sidekick for like the protagonist or somebody.
Yeah.
Now there's a dog. There's a dog. His name's Flanders.
That dog better not die.
I don't think they'll kill him.
Flanders is a good name for a dog, though. I dig that.
It is, yeah. But, he's comedic. The dog is pretty comedic, and sometimes there's like a funny bit with him and Haru. Sometimes they interact, and it's goofy.
Right.
But there's also a baby. There's a girl who's Uso's like neighbor, and she's always dragging a baby. That's another thing. It's burned into my memory now. And Victory Gundam is sounds of a baby crying when people are talking.
Pass.
Just like damn. But I am enjoying it though. It's cool. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not done with it. I won't be able to like figure out where it really goes in the pantheon until I'm done.
Fair enough.
And I watched Spirited Away because that was supposed to be our backup in case Chaz couldn't get his house shit together.
I really wanted enough time to watch that, but I didn't find the time to do it. I'll watch it. I'm excited that you watched it. Dubs, did you watch it like you said?
It's got to be our tombstone pick because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping Spirited Away would just become like the indie pick because then we would have like these 4 like Titanic anime films.
Yeah, like it would match. It's just I wanted to watch something I've never seen before, and I've seen Spirited Away like fucking 10 times.
And I totally respect it. I Spirited Away has been on my watch list for such a long time.
Have you never seen it?
Never watched it.
Holy shit. You should watch it with your kid.
Yeah, I know. I plan on watching it now. Yeah. So I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry.
All right, so hold off on talking about it, Zach. Let's see if everyone else can get their act together.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, wow.
Do you recommend it? Do you think everyone else should watch it?
It's good.
Okay.
I will say this. I've seen 2 Studio Ghibli movies, and I was never somebody that watched any of those before. I don't really get what all the hype is with it, honestly. Like, I like the movies I've seen, but I'm not understanding like the Titanic colossal reputation they have.
Oh damn! This is
you should have watched one of the violent ones.
Huh?
This is you in comedy movies all over again.
I think it's Dubs that hates comedy movies.
No, it's me. It was me.
It's Zach. Yeah,
I used to be like a
huge
stickler asshole about comedy movies because they're just not funny to me. A lot.
What's the other one you've seen?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay, yeah. No, you got to watch Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. That one's got like tanks and sword fights and stuff. Or Princess Mononoke is the obvious one. Like there's blood in that one, and
people blow the hell up out of both of these though. I thought these were the big ones.
Spirited Away is the one that is the most whimsical and joyous and cool, except for maybe Totoro. But Totoro makes me cry a little bit, so that's
why I don't. That's why I don't like it. We've pinpointed it then.
It's too much whimsy.
Look, I just
real men don't
just
cry.
Watch one of those or watch Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky isn't like violent, but it's very D&D coded in my opinion.
Okay, I did like it. I don't know. I feel like these have been hyped up a lot, and I'm just like I'm not getting hit with it the same way. Played more Lords of the Realm 2. I think I'm almost done with that game. Played more Gundam card game. I don't have anything else to say.
Another easy one.
Yeah.
You gotta pass. You gotta pass the buck.
Dubs.
All right, I played a little bit of Pragmata.
Oh,
You got
It's
Pragmata.
cool. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Is that like a tomato?
It's a tomato thing.
It doesn't matter. Pragmata.
What's Pragmata with you? I don't know.
What's a Pragmata with you?
how much of it did you play?
2 chapters.
Okay, and you like it?
Yeah, it's cool. The story so far is like you're going to this moon base because something's going on with the AIs. You go in there, oh my god, all the AIs are dead except this one girl, which is on your back.
Is it fun?
Game. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be. Now I didn't get to a hard section yet, but I've been getting to some like mini boss battles. Their multitasking in this game is weird because the girl on your back hacks the robots, and you're just shooting the dude. So when she hacks it, she could put defense on you. She could multi-hack multiple robots. Could make them freeze or lose a limb or something like that. But there's like a puzzle within a puzzle within a shooter and a platformer. So they mix all this shit into one game. And it's interesting, and there's a lot of replay value because even though you finish a chapter, there's more unlockables and more collectibles that you could find in the game. So I'm enjoying
what
it.
system you get it
has
on?
PS5.
Probably pretty good looking.
I was gonna get it on Switch, but I was afraid because a lot of people were being like it stutters at times, and I
saw people said the Switch 2 version is outperforming. Oh no, that's the Xbox Series S though. It's still funny. The Switch 2 version outperforms the Series S version. It's funny.
It is really
funny we've got that far.
Yeah, we've come full circle. How the turntables.
Yes. Funny thing about Xbox, they lowered their ultimate price. They're not 13. It's not $30 a month. It's like 22, which is still kind of a lot. But I'm kind of like, hey, they listened finally.
I guess
that but will it Game Pass?
Too late.
No, because Xbox.
I think honestly, Microsoft, just shut the fuck up. Just release Forza and just shut up. Like I'm upset at Microsoft right now.
Yeah, they haven't been doing good at all.
Right.
What else? I've been watching a lot of Stuttering John stuff because they had that big court date on Wednesday.
You mean like Dabbleverse stuff, right? You haven't been actually watching John.
No. The Dabbleverse, yeah. Man, it's so for Chaz and Zach.
Whatever that other guy's name is, yeah.
Sorry.
Fucking other guy.
Yeah, my co-host for Getting to Color. But Stuttering John is suing Shuli and Carl from Who Are These Podcasts.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but it's two guys that are in the Dabbleverse are getting sued by Stuttering John because he feels like if he sued... Yeah.
That's why he's doing it, but the lawsuit itself is a right of publicity. Lawsuit brought in New York State because they used his name and likeness to promote DabbleCon, which is just like a bunch of comedy shows, and his face was on the poster, so he's using that as excuse. But a bunch of the evidence that's being brought by his lawyers are like some chick recorded him like being a simp and a weirdo and a bad dad, and they played the tapes on the shows, and he's angry about that. Basically, they made fun of him, and he's angry about it. And the way he's suing them is this right of publicity thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's also just suing them just to bleed them dry of money. That's what he said. He stupidly on air.
He thought it would be a open and shut kind of thing, and they're fighting it because they got, of course. There was a GoFundMe, and the community supported them like very well, so they'll be fine for the moment.
Mm-hmm. But no, this is not the best part. So John knows he's losing. So what he does is he calls out Carl's and Shuli's lawyer, and pretty much, is threatening.
Why is he being a dick? Why is he wasting all this time? Yeah.
Yeah, doxing his wife and
Like
stuff.
says their lawyer's wife's name on his stream and stuff. Oh, I bet she wouldn't like that very much, would she?
Yeah. So he's pretty much saying, your tactics that you're doing that is making me lose my case is a very bully move.
He also says he doesn't talk to his lawyers. Like, I don't fucking understand what he's talking about half the time.
I think what's happening is like people like Ava and lawyer Vince, which Chaz and Zach know
this is a huge
these
fucking thing. Yeah, like, don't get into it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Like he's had his mind poisoned by his inner circle, and but I agree with what a lot of other people have been saying on like Devilverse Live and WATP is he's gonna call this a victory no matter what happens. Now, if the case gets dismissed, it was his lawyer's fault, and at least he stood up for himself. Like, he did the right thing, and that's a victory. That's a moral victory for him. No matter what happens, he's going to come out of this having won in his eyes, and everyone else is going to disagree.
I think he's already saying that. I think he says, if you win and I lose, that means I win. And
that's what he said, yeah. And then people like Vince the lawyer and Ava are going to tell him, oh, yeah, John, you're right. Yeah, that's great. It's good that you did that.
Mm-hmm. But after, apparently, either the judge or his lawyer probably told Stuttering John, shut the fuck up on stream.
I'm sure his lawyers have told him to do that. They'd be fools not to. But he's got two of them. He's got to listen to one of them.
Because he didn't get on stream at all or made any videos or went on anybody's shows about
I haven't watched Devilverse Live today, so I'm slightly behind, but
dude, Shuli's fucking show is the Uncle Rico show.
I've been watching more of it. I used to not like it as much, but now if it's on, I'll check it out. And I just hate he does too much like side bits.
Super chats.
I fucking can't stand all the super chats. That's also what like I want to get into. Lucy does Dabbleverse too. Like I find her very charismatic, and I like that she talks about the actual court case. But she like 2/3 of her show is fucking super chats, and I just can't fucking stand it. And I understand that's how they make money. I don't know the solution to this problem. I'm just saying it makes the shows unwatchable for me. Like, I can't watch them live. I have to watch them later. And whenever super chats come up, I go fast fucking forward and then look for when they go away.
That's when I usually do other shit when he's like reading all this stuff. But what's funny, the lore in his show is that there's always this guy who fractions his show of how many minutes he puts for super chats. He's just like, just so you know, you did 30 minutes of a real show and about 45 minutes of super chats. Yeah,
that's funny. So, I need to watch more of the Uncle Rico show. But yeah, it's what I was saying is like his side bits are all like a little AI generated video or song or something. One thing I do think is really funny is every time someone gives a membership, everyone has to do the stupid air cock thing. That's funny.
Yeah. What he does really well with the super chats, what probably makes him money, is he does like the things that Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony used to do, where they'd be like, hey guys, come up with like some fucking stupid name within the Dabbleverse lore of Ava's band.
I was watching that episode. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
So I wrote RE they/them because you'll know why me and Andy knows with the lore of Ava and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep into Devilverse or we'll be here forever. But I've been following.
This is one of my favorite things about this show, Big Trouble in Little Podcast, is we all have like an overlap where the other hosts are just tune out. You guys were talking about wrestling, and holy shit, I don't care. Zach and I are talking about Gundam card game. The two of you don't care. Chaz and I are talking about Pokemon cards. Holy shit, who cares?
I like Gundam.
Now you and I got Dabbleverse.
Yeah, Dabbleverse makes my balls itch, so I just deal with it.
That's it. That's John's. We all have these overlaps.
Everyone needs to have a ball itching moment on the show. I get it. It's good for growth.
But no, I like that you bring it up on the show. This is my only outlet to discuss Dabbleverse besides like Reddit comments or whatever.
My favorite thing at work now is I do like stuttering John things, and nobody like. I'll like take a sip of my drink and I'll go "Skull," and I'll like, I'll just like take a sip of my drink, and everybody would look at me. I'd be like,
I mean, that's a real thing. That's a
Yeah.
Scandinavian cheers.
"Yeah," but he does it like while drinking a Monster Energy drink, or like.
He has to take one drink of each drink. It's his OCD.
Oh man. Anyways, baseball.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
God.
fucking go.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Here we fucking go.
Mets.
So,
Let's hear it.
if anybody was viewing the show today, as of April 23rd, I smiled in the beginning of the episode because the Mets were winning 7-2, going into the 6th inning, and then I looked at it and it was 7-7, and I
Oh, no.
and I almost burst out laughing like a maniac, but I stopped myself. Good thing is they did come out with the victory, so we're at a 2-game winning streak at the moment instead of the 12 fucking games that they lost, where literally every day the Mets
They shouldn't have played Kokomo when Brian Wilson died. That's
Dude, you don't understand. Dude, you don't understand. There's so much superstition in
100%. Yeah.
no in New York sports.
Oh, in New York. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't care about the politics thing, but I just thought it was funny because I'm not like fucking pointing this out because of politics. But Mayor Mandami of New York City hugged Mr. Met, and ever since he hugged Mr. Met, the Mets have been losing. And ever since Mandami went to fucking Madison Square Garden for Game 2 of the New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks, they lost by 1 point 2 games in a row. So now
He's got the stink touch.
He does.
Yeah. So the Mets were in a downward spiral because our best fucking player that we've paid millions and billions of dollars got hurt because of a calf injury. So he was the only offense that we had on the New York Mets because nobody fucking hit. Nobody. The points that we got were just like pity points. Throw a fucking lob over the fucking plate and they just hit a home run. Because who fucking cares? Because our pitching just decides to take a shit every time. We have a fucking closer that doesn't close. He stays open. He's a fucking 7-Eleven, 24/7 fucking market, always open. You're a fucking closer. Close the fucking game. Gee.
Didn't the Mets
Are they
win?
bringing him in too early, or does he just suck?
He just sucks dick. Period.
They-
You know, he was on the Yankees. Our fucking GM thinks he's fucking Billy Bean from fucking
You said this last
Moneyball.
week. You said this last week.
Yeah. I know I said this. I know I said this, but he's probably like, the data says that this player can get on base and he can fuck. Marcus Semien is a fucking old man playing second base, and he can't fucking hit the ball. Why did you get rid of our fucking best player who hits above 200? Guy who hits for $150. God damn, this team is the bane of my existence, and I wish you know what I wish? Tony Khan, motherfucker, cocaine Tony, buy the New York Mets and just fucking tear that franchise down because they will never, ever win again.
Does Jacksonville have a baseball team?
No.
Jacksonville Mets, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, bring those motherfuckers down here. Anyway, yeah, we're not making the playoffs. I don't give a shit. All the people that are going, hey, it's only April, man. There's 162 games. Here's a stat: no team ever.
I really thought he was going to say, here's the stat. Go fuck yourself.
No team ever in the MLB down 7-17 has ever made the playoffs from that record.
Well, that doesn't mean it'll never happen.
I know.
They're not good enough to make it happen.
Yeah, this is the New York Mets.
I want to be optimistic about like playoffs and stuff this early because the Reds are doing awesome and I'm really excited about it. However, every team in the National League Central Division is doing awesome. They all have winning records right now. There are more teams just in the National League Central Division that have winning records than all of the American League.
Yeah, the Reds.
Think about that.
They were fucking killing the Tampa Bay Rays the other night, but then they lost the next game or whatever.
They did finally lose, but they're still up a lot. And honestly, like that team is doing. I mean, it's mostly Ellie. It's mostly Ellie De La Cruz. He's amazing. He has so many home runs and stolen bases, but the whole team's doing really well, which is nice because last year it was just all Ellie doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to go and see the Reds beat the Mets.
That's good. Like honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in a way because it's exciting that we're gonna get to see the Mets, like because it's Dub's team. But I just feel like they're just gonna like stomp them.
Yeah, I was actually in the mall.
I wanted to see a good ball game. Like I'd like to see them play like the Cardinals or something. But whatever.
Yeah. No, I was in the mall. This is like a week and a half ago or last week, and I nearly bought a bunch of Reds gear, but I was like, I don't know what I want to buy yet. But they had a hat that didn't fit me. Apparently, they've come out with Simpsons themed hats this year, so they have
that.
like the look of like the blue clouds from like the intro,
Oh.
and it has like Bart and other stuff on them. And they had a Reds hat, and it didn't fit me, and I almost got it. I was like, damn it! They didn't have one in my size.
Mm.
I was really disappointed by that.
Lids.com.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Shrink your head.
Yeah.
Get a head transplant.
Go to a witch doctor. Get your head shrunk.
Yeah. Go to that place in Beetlejuice where his head got shrunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to top off the superstition, by the way, because there was one year where the Mets like started off shitty, and then like Grimace from fucking McDonald's like threw the first pitch and started going on a hot streak, and then they did the Hawktua girl did the first pitch, and then they like almost made it to the World Series. So fucking New York Sports Talk Radio decided to fucking bring on Hawktua girl for an interview because they thought that would bring good luck.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I thought she was over. I thought she crypto scammed, and now she's not allowed to be famous no more.
Oh, Mets don't care, man. They'll make a deal with the devil for a World Series if they could. But I digress. I'm gonna stop boring the audience with baseball stuff.
I thought you were gonna start a show that was just Dubs things or something. Go in there and rant about baseball. I just for an hour. Like I'll watch. That would be fun times for me.
I just lose my fucking voice.
No, you need to live comment on Mets games. I can have the Mets going in one window and Dubs going in the other window. Just crack open a beer and have a good old afternoon.
The fuck are they doing?
Take that bum out of the fucking game, you piece of shit.
Oh, great. Here comes our closer. Guy couldn't close a door on a windy day.
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard. Everybody's fucking doing it now, even with wrestling, where they're just like commenting and shit. And
a lot of people do it for Formula One too, which comes back next month.
Oh boy.
Next weekend.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Miami.
Mimi.
All right, Chaz, you're up. You're last.
Yeah. Well, the big thing was that I moved. You can see I'm in my new place. The move actually sucked. I don't have to get into it on the show, but yeah.
They just ditched you?
I will never hire movers ever again. In
Well,
fact, I don't plan on moving.
Decided to not show up? Like,
no, again, I'll get into it off the show. I don't need to bitch about the moving company on here, but know that I gave them a bad review.
Okay.
After firing them. But yeah, and I'm just gonna die in this house. It's simple. I just don't need to move.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, I've said it once already. Like, and it turns out it only took a couple of years, and I got bored and said, you know what? I'm not ready for death yet. I'll move again. but as far as things I've watched and played and done, I haven't really played any video games. It's mostly been just packing a ton of stuff. I've not even played any Pokemon really, other than a few games on live. But that said, really cool thing that has been developing. So next week I will be going to Akron, and originally I was just going to go to do commentary for their weekly event. So next Thursday, when they stream on Tricky Jim's channel for the Full Grip Weekly, I'll be the one doing commentary. But now I've actually had a chance to have a discussion with Andrew or Tricky Jim about it, and now he and I are going to be doing a special conquest match. So what that is basically I will choose a number of decks and he will choose a number of decks, and we will play each other in like a best of series, which is really cool. So for Zach and Dubs, who don't know what this is, like Tricky Jim is he's a great Pokemon player. I mean he's like topped a bunch of major events.
He's the commissioner of Gym Leader Challenge.
But he literally created the format that I play. He's the godfather of it. Like he literally made it and then has pushed it in with enough momentum that Pokemon has acknowledged its existence and now has it at their main events.
They do now. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's not a part of their main, but like it's a relevant part of their side events. Like they hold side events where you can win things officially. Yeah, it's an official format. So
it's really cool.
It is. It's really cool that someone made a custom format and it's like an official thing. So
this guy's the Richard Garfield of Gym Leader Challenge. There, that was a smarter one.
I don't know if that's smarter. But it works. It's close. You're almost there. But anyway, I'm really excited to play a match series with him, and so I'll be literally hanging out in his studio all day between the match and then, of course, casting. I got to figure out what I'm playing because all my cards, like you see all the decks back there, but all the cards are actually just packed up in an unorganized mess. I have to build 4 decks now and like prepare, and I work most of the days between now and next Thursday, so fun times. But yeah, my team will help me get ready. But aside from that, I've been watching Star Trek DS9. I'm actually really close to finishing the 3rd season. Things did slow down a bit because I've just been doing all the move prep. Yeah, I just watched the 2-parter with where someone tries to assassinate Garrick. That's a really good 2-parter. I liked it a lot.
Is that the one about his mentor, or am I?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, that episode rules.
Yeah, at the end, he and Odo are friends. Yeah. Odo, he's like it was really cool. Odo's like, I think we should have breakfast sometime together because they had already established how like meals are more about the social. Garrick likes to go and eat lunch and breakfast with people because he likes the conversation. He wants to like have these like big philosophical debates with other people and other species, and most notably it's with Dr. Bashir. Yeah. But Odo doesn't see the point in all that, and then by the end of it, he's like, I think we should have breakfast together. And he's like, wait, I thought your species doesn't eat.
Yeah.
And he's like, we don't. And it was really cool. Like it was just, I like Garrick. Garrick's just like such an intriguing character in the show. Mm-hmm. But I've been enjoying it. Like the show's phenomenal. I mean, yeah, 10 out of 10. No notes, but I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. We're still churning through Parks and Rec for the little bit of time we've had to watch it. I think we're at the end of season 6, and then season 7's short. So yeah, we're really close. I've been watching Pokemon animated series again, just little bits when I can. We officially finished the Kanto stuff, which I forgot that Ash actually technically wins a league championship. He wins the Orange League, and my kid like flipped out whenever he did that, and then he immediately got bodied by Gary's Eevee, which is really funny.
Fucking Gary Oak.
Yeah. And then we watched the first episode of we've actually watched like 5 or 6 episodes of Johto, but we watched the very first one, and my kid immediately fell in love with Totodile because for some reason they decided to make Totodile sound like Donald Duck. I don't know why. The Totodile sounds like Donald Duck, and it's awesome. Yeah. And the only other thing that I've really done or watched, I watched a ton of just random video game lore deep dives. Like I found a series. It's the same one that did the Soul Calibur series. Made like one on Mega Man. I learned more about Mega Man than I ever needed to. I did not know how fucked up the lore behind Mega Man X and the ZX series. Like that shit gets crazy. The amount of fucking genocide.
I didn't know Mega Man had fucking lore. I thought that was just like old video game shit.
Zero has a fuckload of lore. I think the original Mega Man's kind of light on it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff there, but like you're reaching a little bit. It's more or less like just like the same stuff, but then as they get deeper. But
I saw a meme recently that was like lore to Mega Man Zero, and it was like the big block of text with like the dumb soy jack, and then it was the meme to Mega Man, and it was of course a muscle guy at a computer, and it says Wily escaped jail somehow, and he's up to no good.
No, that's really what it is, more or less. It's the same cycle of Wily bad, arrested, he gets out of jail, and Dr. Light trusts him.
Also, he might be an alien. Oh, never mind, he's not. That's my favorite Mega Man twist.
Oh, that he might be an alien, and then it turns out he's
at the end
the
of
whole time.
4, I think. They do a big. I don't even know if you saw it in that video. He might not even mentioned it.
It happened, but I don't remember what. I think it was 4 or 5.
It's at the end of 4 or 5. There's like a bunch of stuff that happens, and some of the bosses are like weird in a way that Mega Man hasn't been weird. And then when you're fighting Wily, like a hologram thing goes off, and he's a little alien and a little flying saucer, and you have to fight the alien and the flying saucer. And then when you defeat him, another hologram thing goes off, and oh no, it was just Wily. He was fooling you. He was just fucking with you. I love that. I just think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. But yeah, but X and Z get fucking wild.
No, yeah, they're bonkers.
Yeah. The story is crazy. Yeah, it's just robot genocide is what it is, more or less. The whole concept of going Maverick, and I don't know. It was good. I really enjoyed listening to it and hearing all of it play out. But I listened to a bunch more. I listened to the just deep dives on like other series of video games. The Mega Man was more or less the one I learned a lot about. That I'd played those games, but I didn't know much about it. But hearing someone attempt to explain the Zelda timeline was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. And then I did watch one guy. I've been like watching some speedrunning stuff, and because one of the guys I watch regularly, they've been having a competition within like the Symphony of the Night randomizer, and watched a little bit of that. But another random one I just got recommended because the algorithm does that is a guy who beats 6 Mario games in 1 hour. And so he beats Super Mario Bros., The Lost Levels, 2, 3.
It's not Cosmic, is it?
No, I can't remember the guy's name. I have to look it up. But 2, 3, World, and 64. He does all of them. But he goes over the fact at the beginning of the video of how like it's so hard because you could get the perfect run, but you have to do all of them in order. And 64 is the one that's the hardest because you have like these insane glitches you have to pull off in 64.
And you get to the end and fuck it up and you lose your
exactly.
whole progress, you know?
Yeah, and he ends up doing it in under 58 minutes, which was kind of cool. But yeah, you watch it, and it's the Super Mario Hour is what he calls it. But yeah, just watching someone speedrun and beat one of those games anyway in general is just nuts. It's like, oh, that's kind of crazy. How are you doing that? Oh, you beat Super Mario Bros. 1 in 5 minutes. Good job, jerk. Make me feel bad. But yeah. And of course the glitches in 64 are insane. Like the stuff you have to do. Yeah, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, outside of that, the biggest thing has just been moving. And spent a lot of time unpacking. As you can see, it's worn me down. But yeah, happy to be in the new house. The man cave will officially be up and running shortly.
Yay.
You're gonna have a card section so you can build those sick decks.
Yeah, so actually, like what you can't see is like I have everything like behind me here to hold my stuff, but then I have my desk, of course, laid out so I can play, but I have empty space over here to the right of me, so I actually think I'm gonna buy another table and just put it there, because then what I can do is turn and just have deck building shenanigans happening next to me. So just like honestly, just having the space has been the biggest thing. I'm not like cramped up in where everything's in one room.
That's a huge game changer. I had a card table that was in my basement, and it's just been down there just forever. I brought it up and set it up next to my computer desk, and yeah, it's just the activity zone. It's for building decks or working on a model or painting minis, and it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's definitely the plan.
All right, is that all?
That's it. We're all done. Let's wrap her up.
Let's wrap it up, baby.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, and even if you didn't, frankly, make sure that you let us know and like and comment. And then, of course, most importantly, subscribe and follow us on Google Podcast or iTunes or Spotify or right here on YouTube if you want to see us and get it first, of course. And make sure you also follow Turbo Blaze GLC. Make sure you follow Big Trouble Rips. Make sure you follow Lost in Nightmares. Make sure you follow Getting Some Color. All of it. We got a whole network of content creation. And the Chaz, why don't you give us a quick Turbo Blaze elevator pitch again, especially since you've got that big exciting thing coming up.
Yeah. So my team Turbo Blaze, we are one of the premier teams within the Pokemon community, specifically for Gym Leader Challenge, which is its own specialized singleton format. So if you're interested in learning how to play Pokemon TCG, and specifically to play that format, or maybe you're already someone that plays standard but you want to learn the new format, if you find our content on Turbo Blaze GLC on YouTube, we also have links from there to our Discord community where we go over deck building, all the decks we've created. We have weekly tournaments that we host and cast. I'll actually be casting one of those tomorrow night, and it's a great time.
So go follow that if you're into competitive Pokemon stuff. I mean, even if you're not into a Gym Leader Challenge specifically, it's just kind of interesting besides, at least in my opinion. And make sure you watch that anime whose name I do not know how to pronounce. And then we'll be back here next week. So thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Big Trouble